these pictures coming in from Namibia, where the Prime Minister is today. Pictures are from Namibia. He's being welcomed right now. We'll be getting in more details. He's in fact reached Namibia today. Now, this is his final stop, remember, in the five-nation tour. This is the third ever to be taken by an Indian Prime Minister and comes at the invitation of the President of Namibia. I'm going to go straight across to Pranay Upadhyay for more details. This is his first ever visit to the country. Pranay, talk to us about what really is going to be on the agenda. The visit to the African country is marking the last stop of his five-nation tour, isn't it, Pranay? Pranay, I was asking you about the fact that this is in fact the Prime Minister's first ever visit to Namibia and the third ever to be taken by an Indian Prime Minister.
You're absolutely right, Sneha. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's first visit to Namibia comes at a time when India is trying to forge stronger relationship with the African continent. If you see, the trajectory and the route of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's five-nation tour, he is visiting African continent for twice. While going towards 17th BRICS summit in Brazil, he had a stopover he had a visit in Ghana. And now, while coming back to India, he is paying this visit, a bilateral visit, and I'm sure it's going to be a very important and a historic visit to Namibia. He has just landed in Windhoek. He's being, received with a ceremonial welcome. And this is going to be a very important relationship between India and Namibia because it started long before Namibia got independence in 1946, when India was one of the first countries to support Namibia's independence. And thereafter, Namibia got independence. In fact, the Namibian embassy and representation started much before that, their independence. And we are looking at very important deals during Prime Minister Modi's visit, especially in the sector of uranium, because we are looking at uranium exports from Namibia to India. And there have been recent oil and gas discoveries in Namibia. India is looking and exploring the possibilities of ensuring the energy security. That is also an area of interest. And about the discussions that can range from oil security to defense cooperation as well, because Namibia wants to procure defense items from India. And capacity building is one of the important pillars where India can offer a lot to Namibia. So these are the important areas where we can expect, big announcements, big decisions, and MOUs during Prime Minister Modi's visit to Namibia.
You know, you did mention that, of course, trade and investment is going to be on top of the agenda. It's also a visit that's happened after a long gap of 27 years. So talk to us about, you did say uranium is something that we are looking at very closely. Also, India has expressed its interest in our own PSUs. Investing in Namibia. So what is being chalked out right now? Talk to us about that as well, Pranay.
If you see the trajectory of Prime Minister Modi's five-nation tour, the energy security, especially the critical mineral and the mining sector opportunities, these are the important areas where India is looking for the greater partnership with countries like Ghana, countries like Trinidad and Tobago, countries like Argentina. Prime Minister Modi visited Argentina during his five-nation tour, and there India's PSU. You mentioned about PSU, so India has established a unique PSU for the rare earth minerals, which is Khanij Vikas Industrial Limited, which is called Kabil. And that Kabil is trying to procure the rare earth mining mining rights in Argentina, especially in the northern part of Argentina. Besides that, India is also trying to procure more LNG from Argentina. Besides that, in Brazil, we have seen that how India and Brazil have come out with a joint statement after Prime Minister Modi's visit. And now from Brasilia, Prime Minister Modi has just landed in Windhoek, which is the capital of Namibia. You can see visual of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's reception there at the airport, how warmly he is being received there with traditional color, dance, and this also shows the people-to-people contact between India and Namibia. And also, as we were talking about the possible areas of cooperation, we are looking at export of uranium from Namibia to India. And also the recent oil discoveries have also brought India's interest to Namibia, because India is an energy import making country, and that's why we want to diversify our basket, our energy security components, and that's why India is looking at Namibia to ensure the possibilities and the avenues for the energy security, for the oil and gas import, and also if we can have more offshore oil and gas exploration facilities. India is ready to invest in the new areas of oil and gas exploration. So these are the areas where Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be taking forward, the cooperation between India and Namibia.
Right. Pranay, talk to us a little about the itinerary also. What does it look like today? This has been a very long foreign visit of the Prime Minister, isn't it? I mean, 5 days essentially that the Prime Minister has stepped out of India. I think this would be one of the longest that he's embarked, isn't it, for many, many years now?
Indeed,
Years.
it's one of the indeed, Sneha, it's one of the longest foreign tour of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And I can't recall, before 2015, because that was the last visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, where he was like away from the country for over a week. So for this visit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarked on 2nd of July, and now he's in Namibia. Namibia also shares a very interesting wildlife connect with India, because you would recall, Sneha, that how India imported the cheetahs from Namibia, and those cheetahs were kept in the Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh. And that rehabilitation, because India lost its cheetahs, and that's why in order to rehabilitate, in order to repopulate the cheetah in India, that was an effort, that was an initiative, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself went to see those cheetahs in Madhya Pradesh when they were brought in from Namibia, and they were brought into Kuno. And this visit also, we could see some colors during Prime Minister Modi's visit, and there are a lot of interesting and engagement with Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the leadership of Namibia, because after his arrival, he's visiting Namibia as a state guest, and he will be having engagement at the State House, and also he will be he'll be paying his respect to the heroes of Namibia, and he'll be laying a wreath at the Heroes Acre, which is an area which is a monument to mark the freedom fighters of Namibia. And also His Excellency the Notumbo Nandi, who's the president of Namibia, will be hosting a lunch for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And also during this visit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing the joint session of Parliament of Namibia. He will also be accorded the highest civilian order, the highest civilian award of Namibia during this visit. And from thereafter, this is a one-day, short visit,
Right.
but a very important visit. And then thereafter, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is likely to depart from there at around 9:30 p.m. India time to Delhi.
All right.